What is going on, guys? Winter Kills here. Welcome to another post-commentary duel video. Got another video from one of our live streams we did the other day. This is me playing the, I believe it's the same Sekka Mermail build that I did that combo video with that features the extra link. This actually took place before I ever knew those combos existed. So unfortunately, I don't showcase any of them. I do showcase a couple of cool link combos in this one, but not the full extra link, because I was just completely unaware of its existence at this point in time. But I'm probably going to be live streaming IRL duels again tonight, so if you want to check in on that, feel free to tune in. Should be live around 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you can see we're getting the basic play started here. And I did open up Rosnick. So, like, I totally could have gone for the play now looking back at it. So, like, that's kind of interesting. Like, I had the full extra link play available right here, but I just didn't know of its existence yet. So you'll get to see what I go into instead. And if you notice, the one major difference that's happening right now is that everything is on the left side, whereas if you've seen the combo video, you know the whole combo for the extra link starts on the right. It's very important that your Deco Talker's on the right and your Tomahawk is on the far right. And then that Proxy Dragon would be a Goblin, etc., etc. But I'm still playing it through basically like the normal Firewall combo. And then I put Link Spider on the top there. And here I opt to add back 2 cards from the grave with the... Of course, the Firewall Dragon, but the Krishan Rosnick's token does help out quite a bit. And I was thinking about adding back the double Dragoons, but this is basically the first build that I play without running Bahamut, so I'm like, what do I really want to add back? Because as for you wanted to really add back the double Dragoons, but it just didn't matter now because you basically just use the cards that you add back as summon fodder for Firewall. So I go into Goblin here. And then I'm not sure how I sort the chain links on this. I think I do Firewall 2, Goblin 1, pitch for cost first. Or no, I do Goblin 2, Firewall 1, it would look like. Special, and then Angler activates on a new chain. If I decide to use Angler, which looks like I will not use Angler. And that's my extra normal summon. And then I'll use the Swap Frog as well, instead of using the Angler. So that's nice. Now that's gonna use, and I'm gonna use Link Spider and swap to go into the Phoenix, and then I change out that Goblin for Mermaid, discard, and then I'll summon, and then I'll draw, and then I'll search off Dragoons because it's confusing. It's like a weird chain link. You wouldn't think that it would work that way. You think like something would miss timing, but Mermaid gets all of that done in one effect. And I believe I was asking chat for some advice on that, but it does go through. And I do search here. I'm not entirely sure what I do search. I think I search like, yeah, Megalo. Decent contender for this play. Just another monster that you can summon off Firewall. Firewall is just... It's just a dumb card, man. It's just really dumb. I normal for my extra normal that I get off of infantry. I use that to summon out the Atlantean Dragoons, and here I'm basically deciding out what I want to go into next, because I still was playing Griffin in this build. And as you see, I still have the Rosnick's token engraved, as well as an access to summon Ronin Totem off of Swap Frog. Or summon Ronin Totem by banishing Swap Frog. And then I special summon again. I give him the Ibli. I know he's playing Dinosaur. I don't think Ibli is too great against him. But I could have probably extra linked him had I known the combo existed. But I still end with Firewall, Griffin, Phoenix, and yeah, it's not a terrible board. Phoenix is not terrible here, but I opt to just get rid of them to go into Unicorn, and then I summon again off of Firewall. I'm going to extend the play a bit further here, I guess, and then use those extra monsters that I had available to go into Cerberus. So now I have Unicorn, Firewall, Griffin, and Cerberus. So I'm going to be getting 2 additional draws for turn. I'll draw for turn, then draw 1 for Unicorn and 1 for Goblin, which is really nice. Nice to get those extra draws, or however many draws that you would get, because you do draw one, and then you draw an additional for every other co-linked monsters. However it's worded very weirdly on Unicorn, I will say that. And then he's going to crash the Ibly into Cerberus, and then he's going to run Cerberus over with the Giant Rex. Does have to lose his battle phase and his normal summon just to clear that. So the lock pretty much has done its job at this point, what I wanted it to do. So it forced him to lose his battle phase, forced him to use his normal summon, and then he's going to use Miscellaneousaurus to summon out Drag Aeolo, and that is going to allow him to synchro into the high-speed roid Chanbara, and then special summon out the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno by banishing Aeolo and Giant Rex, and then of course Giant Rex will special summon itself. But right now, I'm pretty much safe from the Ultimate Conductor, because special summon monsters cannot activate their effects unless they are co-linked. So that means I don't have to worry about pretty much anything at all, because it would have to book my field. I would have to worry about that. That is one thing. But the other thing is that he can't even book my field because my monsters are link monsters and they just cannot be set for whatever reason. I feel like that's the one thing I dislike the most about links. And I see why you can't change them into defense position, because their arrows would just point to different ways. And then you could just like use monsters that didn't have a point down arrow and just summon them in defense. Like, oh, now I have a point down arrow. You know, it's kind of it's a gray area, if you will. You know, I hope they don't change that in the future, because it doesn't need to be changed. It is how it is now. That's the way it's got to be. So next turn, I will get to draw though. I will get to draw a couple of cards, and 2 extra cards, I think, on top of my normal draw. Because I would have, or no, if he didn't get rid of the Cerberus, I would have been able to get an extra draw, and then draw 2 more, draw 1 per turn, and then draw 2 more for each co-link Nightmare, Unicorn, and Griffin. I'm not sure if I would have been able just to draw 2 there, or just 2 additional, or just 1 additional. I'm not sure, because I can't look at the text of Unicorn right now, but I do get the normal summon of the Undyne, which comes in super clutch, and that's going to allow me to send infantry to clear his Ultimate Conductor, and then I will basically clear it with the infantry, add the controller to my hand. He tried to use the effect, but I had to quickly remind him that, you know, you can't unless it's co-linked, which it is not, so feels good, men. And then I have a bunch of other cards in my hand that I just really can't use at the moment. And then I think I have to go into battle phase here and swing in for some extra damage. Among those, swinging in pretty much everything, and then getting some extra direct damage there with the Undyne. I think I shouldn't have been able to attack there because I lost Moulin the previous turn. But I don't think life points decide the difference in this duel here. He pretty much used a lot of resources that first turn and then still can't break the board that I have. So we do go into game 2. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have been able to attack that turn. That's something one thing I'm starting to do now is just like leaving my Moulin engraved and like sideways so it sticks out. So I remember, just sort of like I used to when I used to play BA, I used to leave my Scarm sideways in my graveyard so I'd remember the end phase search. So I'm gonna start doing that now with Moulin Glacia, because I'm 100% sure I wouldn't have been able to attack there unless there was another turn in between that I just don't remember. But we're going to go into game 2, and my opponent's going to go first here. Now, keep in mind, this is something that I think is just obvious at this point. Is just Dino is just such a tough matchup for my deck. If I have to go against it going second, it's just brutal. He plays a lot of hand traps in the main deck. Luckily, he didn't see any on turn 1 or in game 1 on my first turn, so that was good. But here I have to go into a board of going second, which could possibly consist of things like Dolka, Abyss Dweller, which he's going to try to turbo out probably as fast as he possibly can. And other things I have to worry about are like Ultimate Conductor Tyranno and Miscellaneous Source in hand as well, just to stop any of like nightmare cards like Unicorn or Cerberus, just stopping anything like that. Have to really pay attention for that. And then he pitches the Miscellaneous Source to the grave to feed the fuel needed for the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and that will get a Giant Rex special summon back out by its own effect and allow him to go into Dweller. So now I got to worry about Dweller and Conductor Tyranno. He does have Comungus in hand as well, which will prove to be a problem for me later on. So now I'm under Dweller right now, and he has a 3,500 Book of Eclipse on his field as well. That only books my stuff, so I'm thinking about like going for a swap frog play here to just sort of try and get Cerberus on the board. Of course, I can't use any graveyard effects, but that's not what I'm trying to take advantage of here. Obviously, I can't use anything in the grave, but I can still use a lot of things on field, and I can still use a lot of things in hand. So I'm going to return, swap back to the hand, and I think I also realized now, like, well, now I have no way to get the Ronin Totem out of my grave this turn. And I summon Teus. Teus is going to search. And I grab Gund, obviously. I think the only targets I play for Teus in the deck are 2 copies of Gund. No Pike currently. I just don't think Pike fits into the main deck. You really want your normal summon to be Undyne or Prince. Anything other than that, then you're not keeping enough tempo with what the deck can do otherwise. So that's what I think about playing other normal summons, other Mermails that aren't Megalo and Teus or Gund. You just really don't want to do it, like I said, because you want your normal summon to be Prince or Undyne. Those are the most optimal, as you might have expected. But I do have to pass after that. I don't want to invest any more resources to a dead graveyard. What I could have done there, though, and I just didn't do it, because this is something that I could have done, and I could have summoned Teus in attack position and force the crash onto the Dweller. And now, as I leave main phase, end of main phase 1, he has 2 options. He either lets me go into battle phase to kill the Dweller and crash with Teus, or he books the Teus in main phase 1 before I do anything else. Looking back, I think 100% he probably would have kept his Dweller on board, but he has any other play that I'm making the following turn. So I think I go through a little bit what I would have done there is like, I think I was asking him if, he would have booked it anyways, but I don't think he would have, just so he could save the book for the next turn, because yeah, my graveyard was still dead. Like the Dweller hurt way more than the Conductor did, honestly. I don't think I could have been able to make a Link play there, so I just had to pass, and then he gets another Conductor on board anyways, which is just super rough. 2 Conductor Tyrannos and the like. It's just rough all around. Here I get started in game 3 with the Undyne play, sending Rosenix, banishing it to summon a token, then into Link Spider, and then Link Spider is going to summon out the Gen X controller. And then I go into Phoenix here because I have an additional monster to summon in my hand. So that's going to allow me to get the Goblin here co-linked with the extra draw, because normally you wouldn't be able to get the co-link draw off of Goblin if you didn't have the extra monster in hand to special summon to use Link Spider with to make Goblin. He does Ash the Angler because I go Angler 2, Teus 1 because I want to keep the Gund in hand. So I can, use Goblin, pitch the Gund, and then draw, and then summon out off of the Gund the Teus, and then I get to normal summon Prince for my extra normal summon. Send Dragoons, add Dragoons, and Megalo, of course, being the prime suspects here. Now, I do have 4 Waters in Grave, so I could have probably searched Moulin, but in this build, I wasn't playing Link Karibo, which I am now. I think Link Karibo is just such a good card in this deck. Like, if you have to play Link Karibo. Like, Link Spider is not enough. Link Karibo is just so good. He's needed for the extra Link play. It's just a fantastic card all around to have in this deck, since you can just summon it so easily. And then you see I get rid of Goblin to go into Mermaid, pitch Dragoons, and then summon Ibli, draw, and now I'm searching off Dragoons here. But I'm at an impasse, if you will, because I can't summon Moulin Glacia with the board that I currently have. So I don't even know why I added Moulin Glacia there. I should have just added another extender, perhaps like a Prince, something that I could discard and then get another special summon with. I ditch all 4 here to go into Firewall, and I don't know if I use Ibli or not at this point in time, because I've already used my extra normal summon from Goblin, and you can't get that effect again, and then on top of that it's just a once per turn. So I'm debating whether or not I want to give him the Ibli, if it's even like a card that's worth giving my opponent in this matchup. I would say for the most part it kind of is. I can't remember what I do here though. Yeah, I do give him the Ibli, because it's just too good to not give him. And then I summon Megalo here, and I pitch a Prince, another Prince that I had in hands in the Moulin, because I just realized that play isn't going to work, so I have to abandon it. Probably could have done it somewhere else along the road, and then I use the Firewall to add back a Dragoons and a Megalo. I think I just summoned Megalo again. I'm not entirely sure what I'm trying to go for here, because right now all I have is Firewall, Proxy, and Phoenix, and I just ditch those 2 for the Griffin, and then I get another special summon here if I decide to go for it. And I've already know at this point I've kind of butchered the play a little bit, but opening Undyne and being able to extra normal the Prince, I'm just not that good at that combo. I'm pretty good at the other combos that I showed in the video, but this is still one combo that I feel like has a lot of potential, and I just need to master it. If I can just find some way to end maybe with a Trigate with that play that has 3 Collings, and then just get Moulin somehow through that, it'll definitely be a combo I try to go for more often. But he crashes the Ibli as expected, and then has the Kaiju Slumber, which is really rough. Very, very rough. And that's going to clear away the Firewall and the Griffin for good. Nothing can save them there. Unfortunately, no Cerberus available for that one, so I do lose my field to that. And now he's pretty much got free reign to do whatever he wants. Oviraptor, I see a Lost World in hand as well, so he will play that. And I don't know what else he's going to do here. It doesn't look like he has another normal summon in hand that he can go for. And then I think he passes it back to me. He does have Petty Ranadon in hand, which isn't doing him too good right now. And then normal summon Beaver, and then I'm going to activate Beaver effect. And that's going to give me, I believe, the Angler, so I can still use an Angler in deck to summon out Sunfish, which I still haven't summoned Sunfish yet. And I want to mention another thing real quick. I have another matchup, the same matchup that I'll probably be uploading sometime soon, unless I can just get better matchups recorded. And I guess better matchups where I have the new combos in my head to actually try and play out in real matches. But I do have another one of this where I think I pull off like the Trigate play, and it's pretty cool. And I go into Goblin here, ditching Gun. That's going to clear away the Kumungus, and now I've got plenty of room to get some damage in here. It's going to take... well, everything is down by 500, I should add, because of Lost World. So Cerberus is attacking for 11, Megalo 19, and Gameciel for 17. And I just keep one card in hand and pass it back to him. And I think in my hand might be a Droll-Lock Bird. I'm not entirely sure. Droll-Lock Bird, not the greatest in this match. But it's better than nothing. Like, I think triple Droll in the main deck is fine. I think it's great against most decks and bad against some. And I'll take that ratio any day, honestly. So he's gonna normal the Oviraptor after Dark Holing the field. Petty Ranadon does summon out the Oviraptor, and the Oviraptor now going to target the token to destroy from deck. Won't get the special summon, though, because the token doesn't actually get destroyed. But it doesn't matter too much. You send the Overtech Coatlas to add the double evolution pill, and then the Baby Ceresaurus summoning out Giant Rex. And then going into Abyss Dweller, of course, detaching Giant Rex, double evolution pill, banishing Kumungus, and the Giant Rex. He accidentally put back the card in his graveyard. Oh well. But it doesn't matter. The game is pretty much about to be over. Giant Rex kill the token, and Abyss Dweller swinging for 12, and that's Ultimate Conductor Tyrannus swinging for a whopping 3,500. You can see my dog in the background there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this matchup. This was like a version. I was playing the same version main deck wise, but extra deck wise, there were still some differences between this build that you saw in this video and the build that I was playing in the combo video. I will be having a new deck profile. I just want to wait till my new camera gets here to film that, which it should be here tomorrow as I record this, so I'm super pumped for that. So you guys have that to look forward to. It'll probably be uploaded tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch probably soon after you see this video go live, so if you want to come and hang out and see me play some live duels, doing some Mermail combos. I'll be testing out the new Photon deck with all the new support, as well as the new Link monster that just got announced. I made a video on that earlier today. I'll have that linked in the annotation at the end, as well as the combo video if you want to check them out. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. And as always, Winner Kill signing out. We'll see you guys in the next one.